Doesn't Mr. Professor know how to continue? Again.
Hey guys, I'm Kiana and I'm responsible for the social media department of Fusion Arena. So today we're gonna review a game called Crazy Machines VR. If it's actually crazy and how enjoyable the game is, you're gonna see right now. Some of you might have known the old 2D version of Crazy Machines. So in the old version you played it with a keyboard and a mouse and not with these cool VR controllers. In both of the versions you need to solve puzzles where you have to put the object in the right place in order to complete a chain reaction process. This game is about a scientist who receives a mysterious package. Inside the package is something called clumsy corn. What looks like a unicorn toy can actually be used as a source of energy. Your task now is to help the scientist to make use of the clumsy corn and eventually win the Nobel Prize. What sounds kind of confusing is actually a really funny story with a lot of jokes. To help the scientist, you need to fill in the missing objects to complete the chain reaction process, which will activate something at the end. These puzzles are well thought through and sometimes actually quite hard. There are a lot of different objects with different functionalities, like the boxing machines, toasters, toy cars, and many more. They can be placed in all the blue indicators in-game. The main task is to put the objects in an order where the task is fulfilled. Sometimes you solve a part at the start of the puzzle and notice later that you would actually need the item at a different spot. So you have to rearrange the puzzle and solve the same problem with different objects. If you don't know how to solve a specific part, you can always rely on your robot assistant. He will give you tips on where to place certain objects, but he's pretty grumpy, so be ready for some insults.
Doesn't Mr. Professor know how to continue? Again.
The game is really fun to play and the puzzles are hard enough to feel rewarded after you complete the task. We also think that it is nice that they implemented a story around the game with little characters. You actually feel like you are part of the quest. The only thing we might question about the game is if it will be entertaining in the long run. The game looks pretty decent with different locations to play. The kind of comic graphics work well with the game and the story. There is no need for overly realistic graphics for such a game. We tested the game on a HTC Vive, which worked pretty okay. You mostly use the grip button to move and place objects. Sometimes there were bugs where a chain reaction didn't work because an object was stuck. But after a second try, it mostly worked out. Overall, we pretty liked the game Crazy Machines VR. The puzzles were very entertaining and often very difficult. The graphics are very decent and the characters are pretty cute, especially the clumsy corn. The only thing we question is if this game is competitive in the long term. But all in all, we'll give Crazy Machines VR a 7 out of 10 Fusion Arena Fs. So, we're already in the end, and subscribe if you want to see more reviews or more technical stuff about VR. Yeah, so bye guys!